Is your IT team making arguably one of the most important decisions of 2025? Now that sounds like total clickbait, but in this case it might be true. There's a fundamental change in the online marketing landscape due to AI. And there's a huge question of should you allow as a website owner to for AI bots to scrape your website to use it as training data? Now, I don't have the answer to that question. I'm still exploring that. I'll go into my research and what I've found so far, which is very light, but I still think is interesting and you should check it out. What I'm arguing for here is that this is a decision that the marketing team needs to make, and they might not even know they need to make it. I didn't know I needed to make it. Now, I'm the CEO of GoToTags, and we're a fairly small company. And besides many other things, I'm both the marketing person and the IT guy. And the other day, I was in our AWS system setting up some firewall stuff for a totally unrelated thing. And we use the WAF product, and we have bot control group set up, the bot control rules, because we're constantly getting bots and scrapers and hackers and all this other thing. Basically, any modern website is probably being protected by AWS WAF or Cloudflare. Now, both of those products, AWS WAF and Cloudflare, now have rules that you can turn on or off to decide if you want to allow like good AI scrapers. Now there's bad scrapers, but the big ones, ChatGPT, Anthropic, Claude, and Gemini, they tend to play by the rules here. So in general, if you allow or disallow these settings, and this is it for Cloudflare, and down here for OpenAI, AWS, there's the category AI. What you set here will have an effect. Now, what's interesting is that AWS WAF, their default action is to block these bots. And so I don't even know when this rule got created, but we've been blocking AI bots since whenever this rule happened. Now, we don't use Cloudflare, but from what I can tell, the default setting for Cloudflare is to enable bots. If I'm wrong about that, somebody let me know in the comments. But again, between these two systems, this is basically protecting most modern websites. And I feel like this is a conscious decision that the marketing team needs to make. You can see that here in AWS WAF if I kind of walk you through our setup. So for our online store, for example, we have quite a lot of rules set up, and we're generally use the defaults that are configured as certainly as it goes for the bot control group. You can come down here, and if you edit that group, again, way down here it says category AI, like rule action block. Like, do I want that? Do I not want that? I mean, there's a fundamental change in online marketing down. Google web traffic is down. Apple just today announced that searches via the browser input is down, which Google dropped. I mean, this is a fundamental change. I believe marketing teams need to decide what to do here, and it should not just be left up to the IT person in this case. Now let me show you what I found just in my playing with this. So I have the same query, and we have paid version. We use the paid version of ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini. And this is not totally an apples to apples comparison because all of these AIs are different. They've been trained a little bit different, and you'll even get different results if you ask at different days of the time or phases of the moon. But I think these results are interesting. Now, remember, we use AWS WAF and have been blocking all of these AI bots for quite some time. Now, if you don't know, GoToTags is a company that sells RFID tags, UHF RFID tags, NFC tags, software, hardware, robotics, and a bunch of other stuff. So if I type in a generic query, the type of query that our marketing team would care about being shown in the results. If I put that into ChatGPT, we show up. So that's good, even though we're blocking, theoretically blocking this. If I put that into Claude, what am I going to get? I get Amazon. Okay, I think I have this on a minimal setting. Any other stores? Best Buy. What about online stores? Someday we're going to look back at AI and really appreciate how frustrating it is right now. So is it aware of go-to tags? Okay, so it's on here. And what about Gemini? Okay, so we're listed there too. So is this rule working? Is it not working? It's hard to tell. One of the things that I'm trying to figure out right now, again, if somebody knows the answer to this, it'd be really interesting to know, is does the Gemini AI bot show up as Google bot, or is it another bot? I don't know. Because maybe if it's just showing up as Google bot, it's not showing up and being caught by these rules. Again, I think this is an interesting discussion point for 2025 in terms of what are we going to do about this fundamental change in online marketing with, online search going down, the rise of AI. I think there's rumors of ChatGPT with a Shopify integration where, going back to here, you could have a whole conversation with ChatGPT about what product to buy. And eventually you could just say, okay, that's great. Just buy that. And it's got your account and payment information, and then it shows up on your door the next day. Quite a lot is changing here. So I think this simple checkbox, I guess it's a drop down, but whatever, on what you want to do here, do we want to block AI or not, is an important decision that, again, the marketing team needs to be making in 2025. If you have any additional information about this, again, please leave in the comments. I'm still learning here. I had posted some initial stuff on LinkedIn to see if anybody had really any kind of opinion or pro or con either way. And from what I can tell, nobody knows. So I'm figuring it out just like the rest of you, and I'd love your opinion. So thanks again for watching this video, and hit like and subscribe for more.